The business community in and around the Grobler Bridge port of entry outside Lephalale and Limpopo has been negatively affected by the temporary suspension of services at that port of entry. We know the port of entry was closed on Monday following flooding that has left most of its building submerged in water. Operations, this is the second time this year that operations have had to be suspended in that port of entry due to flooding. We were inside that port of entry with authorities from the border management authority saying assessment will be done once water levels have subsided to a level where the officials will be able to resume work in that port of entry. But to speak more about the impact of that closure on the business community, I'm joined by a self-employed person who sells food here. Bosara, Bosara, bone ba rengisa zwiḽiwa hapa since border yo valiwa on Monday zwi kwama business ya bohane.
Since border yo thoma u valiwa ya vha na problem ya Monday zwo nkwama nga maanḓa ngauri a huna tshine nda khou ita tshone a thi khou shuma a huna vhathu border ina vhathu a ri ḓivhi na uri nga bika ra rengisela nnyi nga ri dzi client dzo ṱuwa dzo kha riṅwe border. Zwino zwi khou ri affecta ngauri ne ro lavhelesa henefha huna huṅwe hune ra khou shuma hone ri shuma henefha kha dzi bodo dzenedzi ndi dzone dzine dza ri thusa muḓini u ḽa u ita tshiṅwe na tshiṅwe tshine ra ita tshelede ya hone ri i wana henefha. Zwino hezwi bodara yo rali a yo ri vhulaya vhukuma a ri na zwine ri nga ita ende a ri na zwine ri nga amba.
Nga January border yo vala for 3 weeks vo itisa hani nga 3 weeks helani?
Nga January bodara yo vala nne ndo ḓi ṅala nda ḓi ṱuwela nda dzula yani nga u vhona hu sina mbuyelo ine nda khou ita hafha bodarani. Mara zwo ngo vhuya zwa mpha tshithu ngauri ndo sokou swika nda dzula still ndala ya vha hone ngauri zwo ḓi ri dzhuma sa zwino uri sina tshelede u sokou mangala maḓi o no swika a huna tshelede ye wa fara zwanḓani wa ṅala u dzula yani. Zwino na musi ndo tori ire ndi zama mara zwi khou sokou fana dzi ṱiraka dzi khou ṱuwa a huna zwine ra khou ita hafha bodarani ndo sokou dzula mulambo hoyo khou ri vhulaya nga maanḓa thi ḓivhi uri bodara ye vha nga ri zamela nga iṅwe pulani na uri vha ite iṅwe minsi ya uri na rine ri tshile ngauri hezwi ya dzula i tshi rali zwi amba uri ri nga si tshile.
Thank you so much, Bosara. That is Bosara, who makes a living, who supports a family through cooking and selling food to people who travel through this port of entry. She says since the closure, she has had no customers. She just cooks because she has no other option, as this is the only source of income for her family, stating that even in January, she had a similar impact where she personally even left her work station because she felt there was nothing she could do. Now she's back here and she's a bit worried that she might go through similar experience. But let me bring in another business owner in the area, Bolufuno. Thank you so much for your time, Boshanti. I know you also own a business here. This temporary suspension of services, how is it affecting your business?
It is affecting the business very badly due to the fact that we now have to, our work has been cut off. It is always nice to see like customers entering the offices and all this stuff, but for now we are working but sending documents to other borders, but it has got a bad impact since some of the people at some borders are taking our clients, so that means that our work has been cut off, so this has badly affected us.
What services do you render and how is it affected?
We are a clearing agent. These are private sectors that do trades with import and export through the borders, so that's how we are affected. The fact that the clients are moving to other borders whereby we don't have offices in those borders, that means that we are left with nothing, but the guys at other borders are gaining as much as we used to do when they were passing this side.
Might you have to let go of some of your staffers? What's happening in impact of your employees?
Now, the situation is being assessed by the directors and all the staff, but if it happens like this, it might as well affect our jobs badly. But for now, we're still safe, hoping that we will resume soon.
Thank you so much. Some travelers who were also traveling through this port of entry have had to be redirected to other ports of entry, with the closest port of entry for travelers being around 120 kilometers from here. People saying this will cost them a lot of money and petrol to be able to make the trip. But in terms of cargo and your trucks that need to pass through, they have been redirected to other provinces, and also the Beitbridge port of entry in Mosina, which is more than 4 hours away from here. We will continue monitoring this situation and speaking to the BMA around how the water levels are proceeding as the weeks continue.